Today we have Aaron Grant, who's currently in 15th place in our ranking with $150,000 in revenue and $90,000 in profit.
And I think the best thing about you is you're real. A lot of people want to, they don't want to tell you the truth. They're scared to tell you the truth. You're not. You're just telling me straight up, hey, this is what's going to happen if you don't do this. This is the best route to take. It's kind of funny. You just look back on my track record of listening to, not listening to you. And every time I listen to you, it always works out.
Aaron, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, bro? Of
I'm great, bro. Thanks for being on this.
course, of course.
Appreciate that. Aaron, I got a couple questions for you. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
First question, how does it feel to make the amount of money you've made?
It feels good. It definitely feels good. I don't think it's all about the money though. I think it's how I've made the money. Pretty hands off, So it's been great. I made a substantial amount of money, $150,000, took home around $90,000 from just texting on my phone and aligning people or you with the client. So it's been overall pretty great. And then obviously some money with my M4. So I just literally had to hand over the car and boom, everything's done for me. So yeah, really, really happy with it so far.
Love to hear that, bro. Honestly, those numbers actually are not even, they're accurate, but a deal just closed this last Friday. Do you want to talk about that deal?
Yeah, so I just put a Urus out on a yearly, so that's going to bring in around $150,000 on top of the revenue. Now I'm going to take home $20,000, but all I had to do again was bring the client, so I can't really complain at all there. It's a pretty sweet deal that we put together for the Urus S, I think the red one.
Yeah.
So yeah, really excited
Yeah,
about
actually,
that.
we no, actually, not the year's red, the red one. We actually ended up going ahead and buying a new one just for your client. So
Oh, okay, sweet, awesome.
yeah, no, that's actually an amazing deal. That revenue should definitely boost you a couple places up in the ranking. Excited to see that. Second question, why did you choose to get into starter car rentals? Which I guess you really didn't, kind of just happen, no?
Yeah, I think I was just obviously I do e-commerce for a living and a few other businesses, but the stars kind of aligned. I met you and saw the type of money that you were making, so it kind of just it was a no-brainer, if you're doing all these numbers, why would I turn away such a lucrative business? And from there, I just took my M4 that I currently had and put it into the fleet, and I started brokering out some deals here and there. And from there, I had a pretty much a full-time income from just renting out cars. So it was really easy. Just to see everything firsthand was really what got me into it. Once you see your lifestyle and your cars and you pretty much being, Kier being on the phone every day, you making deals happen every day, you getting cash for deals, it's just like I need to get into this. So seeing all that really made me want to get into it.
Yeah, I kind of forget sometimes how much you've actually seen firsthand. And it's kind of it's kind of crazy because the way you say it, most people don't get to see what you see. They just kind of see if ain't zero point 0.5, a fraction of a percentage, and
Yeah.
decide to take action. You see, well, he saw so much before even getting into it, before even making it happen. It's actually pretty insane. I never thought about it like that. What have you learned from this experience?
I mean, I've just learned how you can leverage like these things that are pretty much seemed as depreciating assets and turn them into something that actually can make you money. How you can really leverage your connections, because that's really all the business is just you make a lot of connections and you have access to the right cars, and you turn that network or those connections into making money. So I think the big thing is really I've just learned how to network much better and kind of bring up these deals and make them happen. So it's really helping my communication skills and just again making these deals that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because usually I sell a $20-$30 product. I'm not dealing with $100,000 on one customer. So it's really been able to help me with my skills with like higher ticket clients.
No, 1,000%. That makes a lot of sense. How did you find out about me?
So we went to the same shop for a while, and you obviously the story, but for the viewers, we went to Next Gen Automotive together for a while, and I'd always just seen you there. You'd pull up Urus, Huracan, Bentley every time you came there, and I was just like, who is this guy? So eventually, I really, and you also started working with John, who was my cameraman at one point for a little bit, and I just saw the lifestyle. I saw everything that you were doing, and you were legit. You were the only guy that I known who posts these supercars online, and then you show up in person with those same supercars, with a huge fleet. So I just saw that, and I just really wanted to get in touch with you. And I guess again, I scheduled a shoot with John, and things kind of worked out in my favor, thank God. And from there, I guess we kind of built a friendship, and we started doing some business together, which was great.
I already know the answer to this, but the people watching may want to know. Did you know Supercar rentals existed before finding out about me?
Yes, I did. I did because I used to be a client. I used to go to Miami all the time and rent out that car, and because I was a young kid and I loved enjoying these nice cars, and I may have not been able to get approved for one of those back in the day. But yeah, no, I definitely knew about it, and I just didn't know how lucrative it was. Just looking like renting these cars, I thought like, guys, there's no way these guys are making any money, like there's no way. And then I saw again firsthand all of it. So it's like, wow, pretty crazy.
What are your thoughts on our relationship now?
Thoughts on a relationship? I mean, we have a really tight relationship. I don't think a lot of people know how tight it is. It's great to have someone like you to lean on when whether it's supercar rentals, whether it's business, whether it's personal life, you're always kind of just there for me, looking out for me, always giving me the best advice. And I think the best thing about you is you're real. A lot of people want to, like, they don't want to tell you the truth. They're scared to tell you the truth. You're not. You're just telling me straight up, hey, this is what's going to happen if you don't do this. This is the best route to take. And every single, like, it's kind of funny. You just look back on my track record of listening to you, not listening to you. And every time I listen to you, it always works out. So it's just a great mentor to have. So that's the kind of relationship we have.
Appreciate that, brother. How much are you looking to make? Actually, no, sorry. What is the most you've made in 1 month?
In 1 month? Well, I mean, I don't even know. It would have to be one of the deals where I brokered out, and obviously I'm gonna make $20,000 off this 1 month with this Urus. So it's probably around 30,000 in 1 month that I was the most amount I made.
Yeah, because with the M4 yearly deal plus some extra rentals, I think you're in that high 20,000s to 30,000 range
Yeah,
with that 1 month. Because the M4 alone brought in a bag.
yeah, that was a pretty sweet extra income to have.
How much are you looking to make this year? So right now
This
you're sitting, I said in 115 place, 150,000, 90,000 in profit. Where are you looking to be at the end of the year?
Well, I don't like being that low on the dashboard. I really don't like to scroll down. So I would love to be maybe in that top 5 spot, and definitely, hopefully, achieve at least 300 to $400,000 in total revenue. I think that's definitely possible, for sure.
Love that. What is your all-time goal in this business?
All-time goal, I mean, I would definitely love to just have more cars in the fleet. My M4 made me a lot of money, and it was a sweet deal. So my goal is to get as many possible cars to get into the fleet, get rented out, get them on dailies, monthlies, yearlies, whatever the case may be. I want to get as many as possible.
Mhm. What has the income from supercars done for you?
It's allowed me to live freely. I mean, having that extra source of income is great because I work so hard on my other businesses, and it's very time intensive. So I have to really put a lot of time. So kind of just having an extra 20 to $30,000 a month to fall back on is great because I can use that income to deploy it into my current businesses, or maybe use it for extra activities that I may have not been able to do. So just having that extra income is great because it makes my life a little bit more free.
How much work per day in general have you put into making this happen?
Well, it's kind of crazy, pretty much like the bare minimum. I don't know. I would say in total I've put less than, and that's a crazy thing, and maybe this is making me rethink about putting more time into it, but maybe less than 12 hours total, and I've made this amount of money. So it's pretty wild.
I find it very funny. I just thought about the biggest deal we did was your M4 deal, obviously, because
Mhm.
you made all the profit on that. It's your car.
Yeah.
And Aaron was very, 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 very into that M4. So he did so much to it. He put down pipes. What else did he do to the car?
Downpipes, tune, full exhaust system, like that thing was a beast.
Yeah, so it was insane. And we actually ended up getting a client for a whole year. And Aaron just happens to know where I was. So he pulled up in his brand new Huracan that he had just gone maybe like a month or two before. And I'm showing the client the car. It's a very, very, very good client at the time. So he had a couple of cars. It was ideal for me to be the one there for this deal, which is rare nowadays. And I'm showing the car to the client, and I just see Aaron pulling up in the Huracan and parking up on the side and just watching the deal happen. I'm like, this guy's so annoying. And then as the client's turning on the car, seeing it and being all good, all you hear is Aaron tons like screaming, M1, M1, tell him to put it in M1. I'm like, bro, this guy's gonna ruin the deal. But the client ended up putting it in M1 and actually liking the car even more because of everything you've done to it. So really
Yeah.
kind of, probably gonna be one of those things where we look into that in consideration this year and see kind of what that does for our cars. We're probably looking to add exhaust and downpipes to every single one of our fleet cars, and just to kind of give that better experience. And that idea came from you screaming M1 to the client you never met in your life,
Dude,
paying loads of money.
it sounded like a vacuum. I needed the guy to hear the real potential of that car. I didn't want him to be disappointed.
Nah, that story is so funny, dude. It's so funny. Last question, Aaron. How long do you see yourself doing supercar rentals for?
As long as I'm on this planet, it's just, again, as I mentioned earlier, it's easy money. I've barely put in 12 hours and I've made well over $100,000. So as long as it's still a thing, and honestly, I don't see it ever going away, I'm gonna be leveraging this business to make extra cash flow every single month.
Amazing. Aaron, thanks so much for coming on here. It's been amazing having you. We'll have another interview again and check out your numbers either in a quarter or a year, depending on how busy you are. Is there anything you want to say to your future self watching this back, or to anybody else watching this video?
To the future self of me, Aaron, put some more time into this business. I'm just looking back at the
What is the
numbers
future?
now.
It's already happened. You can't tell them what to do.
I mean, I hope you put more time in. That's all I gotta say. I hope you put more time in because the money's great. And then for people watching, doubting this business, I've seen it firsthand. Again, Ethan mentioned earlier in the video, not a lot of people get to see inside of Ethan's life like this. And just seeing the way he communicates with everyone on a day-to-day basis, whether it's a business partner, a client, a student, a renter, I see all of it firsthand. And guys, it's pretty crazy, and it's honestly, out of the whole entrepreneur space, I've never seen so much transparency because I've never hung out with anyone else like this in the entrepreneur space. He's 110% that guy, and you won't find anyone else like it. So
Thanks, bro. That means a lot. All right, Aaron, thanks so much for coming on there. I'll see you next time.